Sorry it's been so long. Uh, let's just say life has been lifing. So for a while now, I've been really busy with a lot of things in the background, and it's why you guys haven't been seeing me as much. But I owe it to you guys to give you a response as to what's been going on and what the future of this channel, this brand, and me, what does it all mean going forward? So let's go ahead and dive in as to what's been going on, uh, what it's taking me and why it's taking me so long to make videos, and then lastly, what are we going to do going forward? So going from the beginning, um my life has been busy. A lot's been going on in my personal life with interacting with new people. I have a family here where I stay now, where like I spend a lot of time with doing stuff around my home, along with spending time with people outside. Since COVID, we were all locked in and nobody wanted to leave the house. Clearly, we couldn't, but I also adapted to not leaving my house, which was a bit of a struggle, I guess you could say. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing like coming home from work and not wanting to do anything and just sit back and play video games or mindlessly scroll social media. I don't do the social media part, but still, playing video games or watching movies and stuff like that, like that's a thing. But for me, it's a little bit different. Although I enjoy playing video games, I also have other hobbies, I should say, that interest me. Since I want to say September of 2024, I've been dibbling and dabbling in a lot of other things. I got back into guitar playing for a while. I got back into doing art. Another thing I was doing was reptile breeding or animal breeding. It's been a cool thing that I've gotten into recently, and I have such adorable animals. I have a few snakes, a few geckos, and tarantulas, which, to be honest, they're like the coolest things I could possibly ever, I guess you could say, have in my life, because I never would have thought I would have purchased them, considering I had arachnophobia like ever since I was a kid. But I had to let go of that fear, and I told myself, starting off 2025, I'm going against, well, not going against, but challenging my fears, and I did it. And it's been such a heartwarming experience, because something that scared me my entire life, I finally overcame. And to think, when it comes to reptile breeding or just animal breeding in general, I never thought I would get into that business, and it's been a very interesting and quite fun learning experience for me, and I take great pride in what I do now with that. So that's one aspect of my life that's been getting my time. Older now, I turn 39 this year, and life is short, and I don't want mine to just get cut real quick. So I'm taking the time out to like learn more about my body as I age, and then doing the right things to keep it long. I have a little girl that I got to take care of, and there may be another one in the works. So I got to make sure I'm there for my children going forward, man. So that's another task for me, and it's not easy. And any parent that's watching this can probably understand that. Like, life is hard, and being a parent is even harder. Taking care of your health is an even harder step, but you do it because you want to be there for them. So there's that. like I said, life has been a challenge here, man. But it isn't just that, just being busy all the time. The other thing that has been keeping me from posting is the amount of work and effort it takes to do just this. With streaming, it's nothing. All you got to do is just hit that start button and you're good. Yes, you got to market yourself, make some posts saying, hey, I'm going live, that type of thing, and then continuously post the things that you've been doing on streaming. You have to really market yourself to get yourself out there, which any business is like that. And I won't take any discredit towards that, but I kind of lost my passion for doing that. And I'm getting ahead of myself here, but anybody that's in this space can tell you. And if you're doing it by yourself, that's even harder. One of the things I haven't been able to do is delegate my work to others. I mean, when it comes to like channel art and stuff like that, typically I'm doing the channel art, but when it came to the character designs and stuff like that, I paid people to do those things, but I never paid anyone to edit my videos. I never paid anybody to post things on social media for me. I am a one-man show here. So when it comes to editing, recording, learning how to edit, it's probably like another aspect of this. Like, it's a lot, and we all have a certain vision of how we like to have our videos. It ain't easy. Don't get me wrong, YouTube is like the academy of learning along with other sites, but doing it is a process and it takes time. So kudos to all my YouTubers out there who are really, really into this. And not to say I'm not into this, I love doing this, but it's work. And if you don't have the time, I'll put that out there. If you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the passion, you kind of just let it fall off. And that's not something I'm going to be doing. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But this is something that I have been struggling with a lot lately, and delegating my time to people to do that and then having the resources to pay those people, it just hasn't happened for me. And I'm doing everything on my own. So when I don't post, please understand it's because of one of those two things. But there's a third: passion. With the decline in gaming and the political agenda and the pain I took from being in this industry, which I'll post in other videos as to why these things were affecting me, or at least like the things that I've witnessed being inside the gaming industry, it hasn't been easy. You know, starting from the very beginning with me when it came to streaming, the one thing that hurt me in the streaming space was Microsoft shutting down Mixer. That was my home. That was the start of it all. It's what made Jules D4W. I love that platform. Even though I had my gripes with certain things that the platform was doing, and it was mostly because they weren't investing into what the platform needed and invested into streamers like Ninja and Stroud, if I'm not mistaken. It was hard to swallow that and see them disregard us as creators. On top of that, they didn't even look at us as creators. They looked at us as slaves. And if you don't believe me, there's a video out there with whatever executive that was running the show. She literally said the content creators, at least the partners anyway, were their slaves. And that didn't go over so well. And I guess once that information got out, plus sex allegations and stuff like that, kind of made Mixer shut down. Plus, I think they already knew COVID was going to happen, and they just were preemptively getting ready for the downfall of the platform. So they were just like, oh, scrap this, we're out. So, or they got bored. Who knows?
I just got bored. Everybody out.
Moving on. I transferred platforms, went to Facebook, and that was a whole... I'll just go ahead and say that was a bad choice on my part. I should have never went to Facebook, and I give credit to a lot of those people who did go to Facebook and they made something of themselves later on, but there aren't a lot of them. And it's not to say like, you know, a lot of people couldn't push through with it. It's just, I'll be real. If you went to Facebook and you already had something going on, or if you started on Facebook and you've been struggling ever since, it's okay. I totally get it. For the people that went over there, I'm sorry you didn't take off. I'm sorry it didn't work out too well. Let's just be real. Facebook was the place to go to if you wanted your brand to die. And I'm pretty sure other people said that too. And it was the truth. Aside from that, I've also watched this industry just spiral downwards. Now, since the birth of COVID, I guess you could say, and then the influx of content creators that have come to the scene, and this isn't me not trying to take accountability for my work effort, but I will say, and I believe all of us as gamers, we can honestly look at the gaming industry and say it isn't, or it hasn't been as progressive in terms of like moving upward, or like just showing the evolution of how gaming can be great. We've actually seen it go downwards. Between political agendas, certain narratives being pushed into video games, and just overall studios just not making good quality games, people are really, disappointed. And it's hard to show love to a video game or show love to a studio or even promote certain titles and think people are going to enjoy it. And then on top of that, a lot of these, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a few games out there that are pretty much money-making machines. You had your Apex, you had your Valorant, and I probably want to take Valorant out of there. I like Valorant. Valorant's great. There's nothing wrong with that game. They don't stick to any agenda. At least I don't think so. It's been a while since I played. But between Apex, Fortnite, I mean, I'm not trying to like, discredit any of the battle royales or anything like that. I mean, Dead by Daylight is in the mix. A lot of these games started losing near, I guess you could say, their passion and their drive to continue to make great games and continue to make great experiences. They found a formula that works and just repeated the process and said, hey, we will milk you. And the way they did that, skins. There's more to it than that. I'm not just going to blame it on skins. People love skins. I'm not even going to say here and stunt. I probably put, like, if I had to say how much money I've put into skins total across all those multiplayer games I mentioned, yeah. And then we have Marvel Rivals out. I can honestly say I probably put about like maybe up to $400 into Marvel Rivals already. It's not as close as I've been to Apex, but let's just say they know how to get money out of people. And you can't knock how good those games are. They're great. I'm not even going to sit here and stuff, but what about the single player games out there? The people that don't want to play multiplayer games and they want to play a game that has a really, really enthralling and enriching story, and only for you to play it and you're like, what the fuck is this? When you feel like you finished the game and there's nothing there, like you didn't feel that sense of satisfaction, you're just simply sitting there like, what the fuck is this? And then you have some games where you only get like halfway through and you're asking yourself, why did I even bother buying this or even playing it? Now, granted, some of us are adults and we don't have enough time. We probably have like a crazy backlog. I know I do, but you still don't have that sense of satisfaction or that need to want to complete a game. Now, this could just be me. I'll be honest. I mentioned my backlog, and then also being in this space still kinda, I jump from game to game because I like to see what's out there and I like to have a little quick experience of whatever it is I'm playing. And as of the last decade, when it comes to games, there aren't really too many where I'm like, oh dude, I gotta play that again. To some, there may be a few that where you're like, yes, I gotta go back to that. But in this age of multiplayer gaming, since it's like definitely one, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it blew up, that more and more people aren't really as interested in single player games, at least from my perspective. But there are a few, and some people are looking for gems, those great games that you can actually jump into and be like, man, I'm satisfied with the money I spent. And that's another thing too. Let's talk about the cost. The cost of video gaming has won up as well. Now, granted, that doesn't play a huge factor to me. I go out and buy retro, and those games can range between $200 to up to $1,000. No, I haven't spent $1,000 on a game, but I won't be surprised if I ever do. But that's another discussion we'll save for another video. So as I'm saying all this, what does that mean for my channel? Am I quitting? No, I'm not quitting. I still love gaming. Gaming has saved my life and actually brought me into this space. That's the only reason why I'm even here still to this day, is because it opened doors for me that I didn't think it would ever do. Again, I worked with Microsoft, work with Square Enix. I'm still partnered with AMD. Like, these are companies that I never thought I would dream to imagine to even work with, but I managed to make it happen, and I'm proud of myself for that. But I don't want to leave this space without doing my due diligence and doing what I love. I don't think I'll ever be done with gaming, but I never thought I would be done with content creation and, well, actually even jump into content creation. But now I really feel like, or not even feel, it's just like it's in me. I have to stay here because I have something to do in this space. And that part is giving you guys great, not just content, but great informative information on these games and showing my passion and love for the games that actually do or actually are really good. I'm going to make sure I give you guys shorts because that is what's going to keep my channel relevant and at least keep me in the ecosystem of like, hey, he's producing content, more eyes are like come around to see what I'm producing, and hopefully you guys continue to enjoy that content and also support it. Lastly, I'm going to be doing reviews. As I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of great titles out there and they're just being missed. not a lot of people are talking about them, or like some people don't even know about them. And I think I'm going to make sure, well, not even I think, I'm going to make sure I do my job to show you these titles. And if the new games that come out aren't really piquing your interest, then we'll go down memory lane and maybe you can find these titles that have been out for ages and you just don't know about these awesome gems. So we're going to make sure we get these to you guys and you guys enjoy them, man. So that's it. That's what's going on with me. That's what's going on with the channel and what we're going to be doing going forward. I really do appreciate you guys who have been supporting me since I started this channel. We are currently at, I believe, 604 subscribers, which is an amazing feat for me considering like I haven't been posting since, I want to say about 5 months ago. That was the last time I posted a video, man. And that's pretty much February. And you guys have been showing love still, even though it's small. I've still been getting love from you guys and it means a lot, man. So really thank you guys for showing that support. And I really do appreciate you guys just being here and just being the dope folks that you are. I'm going to make sure I do my part in this space. I owe it to gaming because again, gaming has saved my life. Gaming has opened doors for me. And I want to make sure I just give back. Even if it doesn't get me anywhere, I could care less. My love for gaming will always be the same. And I just want to make sure I'm doing my part and giving that back to the space that helped me become me. Thank you guys again for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to the content that I create, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at D4W Gaming and also follow me on Twitch at thatninja_Tana. I know it's totally different, but yeah, make sure you're following me over there and catch a stream and say what's up sometime, man. I don't mind lurkers. I don't even care if you just come in to say, hey, what's going on? But hey, come on in, say what's up, maybe even have a conversation and get to know me because I'm going to be here for a while and I look forward to getting to know you and watch myself and you guys see how I continue to grow in this space. Until next time, peace out, gang.